Andrew Mack here with Trial by Combat, MMA Islander, and Fight Haas. Then with Elias Diaz, who's fighting for Cage Challenge on July 20th. Elias, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Andrew. I'm doing great.
So, how'd you get into martial arts? What's your background?
Growing up, I was always an athlete. Growing up, I played football, basketball, baseball. Nothing really stuck with me. My brother, he's a high school wrestler, and he was very good. I always went to his tournaments, watched. And after high school, he went to college for a little bit, wrestled, but he came here, and ever since then, I just wanted to follow in his footsteps, and yeah.
When was that? How old were you?
I was 14.
14. So, I feel a lot of the amateur guys, they've only been training for a year or two, so how does it feel to have more experience under your belt going into a fight?
It feels good. I think in the next couple of years, people are going to really be like, wow, this kid's a killer. And it's going to be very hard to fight me, my length and for the weight division as well.
So how's it training like a defensive edge?
Oh, it's great. Like I said, I've been here for like 4 years, 4 years in August at least. And been nothing but positivity and nice people, great people. Never had a problem here. It's always been good vibes.
And you're an instructor here as well, right?
Yes.
So how do you balance being an instructor and being a fighter? Because being an instructor, you have to be very selfless, giving to all the students. Being a fighter, you have to be very selfish, taking from all the coaches. How do you balance that?
Yeah, that's the hardest part is, putting myself out there and not being able. But, I mean, you learn a lot as a teacher as well. I think ever since I was an instructor, I gained a lot of knowledge, and I became much better and crafted my game much easier. Especially as a kid teaching kids, Yeah.
What age ranges were you teaching when you first started?
I started since I was 16.
And teaching kids also gives you a lot of patience as well.
Yeah, it does, for sure. Lots of discipline.
So at what point in your training did you realize, or coach tell you realize that you're ready for your first fight? Or was it when you just turned 18?
I've always thought I was ready, ever since, going into martial arts, this is what I wanted to do. Is I've always wanted to fight, and I've always wanted to be the best in the world. But recently, ever since I turned 18, I mean, as a 16-year-old, Sensei was telling me, yeah, this kid's ready. But even when I was 17, he wanted me to sign a waiver saying to go in there because he knows I could beat a lot of these guys, and yeah, I've always thought I was ready, really.
So when you got that fight offer, Johnny Gomes, what was going through your head?
It's go time. That's it.
Did you care who the opponent was, or were you ready to fight anyone?
I signed it right away. Like, once I saw the name, it's like, I'm ready to go. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm ready to go against anybody. And I truly don't think there's going to be much of these guys that can beat me. Or if any. I don't think any.
And how's your mentality changed from before, just like you're training to become better, to now you're training specifically for a fight?
Oh, yeah. The mindset changes for sure. I mean, when you have a fight, you have this killer instinct that this kid's going in there to kill you, so you got to be ready to kill him. So you got to be prepared to die and ready to kill. So that's what I am. I'm like, everybody in here, they're training me hard, and I'm training hard. That's just the mentality. Yeah. Speaking
of everyone in here, Defensive Edge has 5 fighters fighting on the card. So how does it feel training with the entire team? The team's all going to fight. You're all going to come to the venue, you're trained together, all in the locker room together. How's that like feel being part of like an army?
Yeah, the bond is special because, just like a wrestling team, we're all in there struggling and we're trying our hardest, and, it's more than that though, because we're all fighting really for our lives. And yeah, we've grown a bond since then, and I don't see any of us lose. There is none of us that's going to lose. Simple as that. We're training way harder. No one's going to outwork us. No one.
So the card isn't finalized yet, but as of right now, you are opening the card. So do you feel any pressure to set the tone for the entire card and all your teammates?
I already knew that. I knew that. If people are there, they're going to be excited to see me fight, and it's I'm fun.
So visualize, it's like, what time the fighters get to the event? Like, we'll call it 6 p.m. You're all in the locker room together. What do you expect the energy to be like between you 5 and coach and all your teammates?
can't really say a positive energy. We're all in a dark mindset. We all got to be ready to go in there and do what we're trained to do. So I believe that there's gonna be a lot of darkness, and we're all ready. We're all ready.
So a lot of fighters, like they say, want to fight with a clear mind and want to fight emotional. Others, like, they're not like angry for say, but they're like really hyped up. They're like, I need to win this, blah 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 blah. So where are you on the like mental spectrum for fighting?
I'm always calm. I don't know how to put this, but like I'm always a calm fighter. I don't fight with emotions, but I take every fight like personally, because we're signing contracts and really hurt each other. Like I'm really trying to hurt this guy, and he's really trying to hurt me. So I guess it's simple as that. I don't fight emotionally, but I take what's going on emotionally. You know what I mean?
So you're making your debut. You gotta make a statement, make a name for yourself. Win, lose, or draw. What do you want the crowd to think about you as you're exiting that cage?
This kid's fucking amazing. This kid's amazing. That's what I want.
Short-term and long-term goals. Short-term, say under a year and a half. Long-term, over a year and a half. What are your goals?
I think I'm just gonna take this fight, and I'll take a little bit of time off, and train across the country, maybe the world, maybe head to a different country and train. But just that's short term. Just go in there, beat them up, start eating again, and start training harder.
Speaking of eating, so Thursday's the 4th of July. Does it feel frustrating not to like enjoy 4th of July barbecues because of your weight cut?
Maybe. I guess not though. I'm 18, so I've been going to a lot of grad parties, a lot of cake everywhere, cupcakes, cookies. I've sort of away from those things, so I'm not worried that much about it.
So what do you do outside of the cage and outside of martial arts in total?
Not much, really. This is kind of my whole life. I love hanging out with my friends. They're my boys. I've been with them since I was 14. We grew a real bond from wrestling season. They're like my brothers, so I'm always with them if I'm not here.
So, being that this is so much of your life, how do you prevent burnout from happening? Since martial arts is so much of your life, how do you prevent burnout from happening?
Burnout?
Yeah.
I guess there's no way to prevent it. Just I know what my goal is, so I gotta work whether I'm burnt out or not. That's my mentality going into this. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask for some of your favorites. If you want to give just a favorite, move on. You can do that. If you want to give a little bit of story, you can do that as well.
Okay.
Your favorite big league fighter?
Big league fighter. There's a lot, but I think I'm gonna go Charles Oliveira or Max Holloway.
Nice. Favorite regional fighter?
Regional fighter.
That's not one of your coaches or teammates. I even tried to pull that one earlier.
I guess Joe Giannetti.
He picked Peter Barrett. You said Joe Giannetti. So interesting there.
Yeah.
Your favorite submission to hit?
Submission. Ooh. Go-Go Plata.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Fancy. Yeah.
Your favorite, not that you've had a weigh-in, like MMA weigh-in, but what would you eat after your weigh-in before the fight? So you have more calories, but you still gotta stay healthy.
Ooh. After the weigh-in, Pedialyte and peanut butter jelly.
And then after the fight, when you can eat anything you want, what are you having?
Burger and steak.
Nice.
Yes.
Any sponsors you want to shout out? Any teammates, coaches, anything?
Shout out to my coach Josh and my brother Mikey Titus. Love you too. And my brothers Max and Sam. Love you guys. Mike, Alex, Lucas. You guys are all great.
Any last message?
Johnny Gomes, prepare to die.
All right. Thank you for your time.